Hello students, I hope all of you are doing well, safe and sound, and have a great time with your noble families. Today's lesson is talking about adjectives. As you know better than me, yesterday we talked about gerund and infinitive. Maybe we didn't focus on infinitive because it wasn't in this book. Gerund and the noun cases we learned future progressive tense, which was a little easier for you because you have learned future simple future tense. Today we are gonna talk about adjective. Adjective is a word which is used to modify a noun or pronoun. In other words, we can say adjective is a word which is used to add something to the meaning of a noun. Both definitions are correct and to use to define an adjective, but it's better to learn what an adjective is. It's not important to learn all of the adjectives. Adjective is a word which completes the meaning of a noun or qualifies a noun. For example, this is another type of definition for adjective. For example, the students are very talented. The students are very talented. Ahmed's a talented student. He is a talented student. I said that adjective is a word which is used to modify a noun or pronoun. In this case, we mentioned that a noun or pronoun. So Ahmed is a noun. Ahmed is a type of a name. Ahmed is a talented student. Talented is a type of adjective, and talented modify a noun. Talented modify Ahmed. Talented shows that Ahmed is not a bad student. Ahmed is a talented student. He is a talented student. In this case, in this sentence, in this example, talented also mentioned a pronoun. As you know better than me, he is a type of pronoun. He, she, it, I, we, you, they. Okay, for example, Afghanistan is a nice country. In this case, nice modify Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a nice country. Okay, there students, the adjective is divided into 8 parts. We'll learn all of them. For example, proper adjective or adjective of quality, or for example, adjective of quantity or quality, demonstrative adjective and possessive adjectives, and lots of them. We'll learn all of them. Proper adjective are those which are derived from proper nouns. For example, Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a proper noun. If you change it to a proper adjective, you can say Afghani or Afghan. He is Afghan. He is Indian. He is a Japanese person, or it is a Japanese product. یک محصول ژاپنی است. Note, the proper nouns are always written with capital letters. The proper nouns are always written in with capital letters, and it's mentionable that the proper adjectives also are always written with capital letters, because it is derived from proper noun. Okay, there are students. Adjective of quality. What's adjective of quality? Adjective of quality, for example, adjective of quality should a kind or quality of person, place, or thing. Tall, nice, clever. Ahmed's a tall boy. Or you can say Ahmed's a very clever boy. Or you can say, for example, Farahnoz is a smart girl. Or you can say, for example, Shabnam is a clever girl. Or you can say, for example, Gul Muhammad is a tall boy. And this is a tall man. You can say all of them. Adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity. In this case, adjective of quantity show how much of a thing is meant. For example, you can say Sam, any, little, much, enough, or no, and etc. We have little food at home. Little. It shows we don't have more food. We have little food in this at home, or in this house, for example. Or we have no drinking water at home. We have no drinking water at home. Like these things. Demonstrative adjectives. As we learned, demonstrative adjectives are those which are placed before noun and point out some person, place, and things. Demonstrative adjectives consist in this, that, these, those, and the same, the arrow, or such. For example, these boys are clever. These boys are clever. Or you can say the same problem has occurred again. Has occurred again. The same problem has occurred again. مشكلة يعني همون مشكل the same. عین مشکل عین مشکل بار دیگر اتفاق افتاده است. همین قسم. Or you can say that ball is so beautiful. You point out to the thing. That ball is a little beautiful. Those people are my relatives. او مردمایی که اونجا هستن قومای ما هستن. Are my relatives. Or possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are those which are placed before noun and show possession or ownership. Possessive adjectives are placed before noun and show possession or ownership. For example, my, your, his, her, its, our, their, and lots of these things. This is our class. This is our class. In this case, we say that this class is ours. It's the same that you said this class is ours, or this is our class. I have several times told my classmates to study their lessons. What I said, I have several times told. In this case, I use future simple future tense. Simple future. I'm sorry. Simple present perfect tense. Sorry, present perfect tense. I have several times told. Told is the third form of the verb, as you better than me. My classmates to study their lessons. This is من چندین بار به همصنفیایم یا به همو classmates گفته بودم که درسایشان را بخوانند. چندین بار براتون گفته بودم. Demonstrative possessive adjective. The possessive adjectives is my or your. Distributive adjectives. Okay, there are students. Distributive adjectives are those which are used before noun and indicate each person of a number or group. عبارت از آن صفات هستند که قبل از اسم استعمالش به تک تک افراد یک گروپ دلالت میکنن. Distributive adjectives are those which are used before noun and indicate each person of a number or group. For example, each, every, either, neither, or you can say all of them. For example, he has played every game in life. He has played every game in his life. Or you can say each student has to be present tomorrow. Each student has to be present tomorrow. Each student. Or you can say you can study either books. Either teacher was absent. Or you can study either book. Interrogative adjectives. Okay. Interrogative adjectives. When what, which, and whose are placed before noun and asked question are called interrogative adjectives. صفات پرسشی دیگه. What time is it? What time is it? Interrogative adjectives. In this case, you can say, for example, which class are you in, or which class are you? Both of them are correct. Or you can say, whose book is that? Whose book is that? کتاب از کی است. Or you can say, what time do you leave home? In the morning. What time do you leave home in the morning? شما کدام ساعت خانه را از طرف صبح ترک میکنین. Okay, numeral adjectives. Numeral adjectives show how many persons or thing are mean, or in what position or a person or thing stands. Show many mean or, for example, one, first, three, all, etc. In this case, we can say she has one pen. It means she has one pen. She doesn't have two pens. For example, the numeral adjectives are divided into two parts or three parts. Okay, in two parts. Definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective. Definite numeral adjectives are those which choose an exact number. For example, you can count them exactly. For example, one, first, two, third, etc. He's the first in the class. Or you can say he has. You can say he has. The first position in the class, or you can say he and his brother have two motorcycles, which shows the exact number, two motorcycles. Okay, indefinite numeral adjectives. In this case, indefinite numeral adjectives are okay. Definite numeral adjectives are divided into three parts. For example, cardinal numbers, أعداد مطلقة سادة, or ordinal numbers, and multiplicative numbers, which we'll learn that. For example, cardinal numbers 1, 2, etc. They show the quantity, or you can say ordinal numbers first, second, etc. You choose the quality, or choose multiplicative numbers اعداد تکثیر دیگه داریم منو or twofold, threefold, and lots of these things. Okay, leave it because it doesn't mention in this book. Indefinite numeral adjectives. Indefinite numeral adjectives show an exact number. For example, you can't count them exactly. Many, few, no, several, some. He has many books. He has many books. Or you can say he has few letters to reply. Or you can say he has no book to study. Both of them are correct. many منامت چندین دانه، یعنی few تعداد اندک که کمتر از 5 دانه باشه و زیادتر از 3 دانه باشه یا زیادتر از 2 دانه باشه. few. more بسیار، یعنی چیزی که زیاد باشه. یا much که در قسمت آمده زیاد، much. یا هم گفته میتونیم که no یعنی هیچ، یا هم several چندین دانه، یا هم some بعضه، یعنی یک مقداره اصلا. Okay, there are students. Comparison of adjectives. We have positive degree, or lots of these things. The usual way for comparison of adjectives is using the positive, comparative, and superlative degree. Positive, for example, positive is, for example, you can say tall, short, famous, and lots of these things. Ahmed's short by, or you can say in comparative, Ahmad is more beautiful than Bilal, or Ahmad Waris is more beautiful than Ahmad. Or you can say Bilal is more powerful than Ahmad. More powerful in comparative. In superlative, you compare a person, a place, or thing with a group of things. For example, you can say he is the most beautiful in our class. Or you can say, for example, you can say Ali John is the most clever boy the cleverest boy in our class, because we changed it. We'll learn it. Okay, leave it now. In positive degree, the positive degree of an adjective is the simple form of an adjective. It is used when no comparison is meant. For example, tall, short, famous. Ahmad's a short boy. Ahmad is a short boy. Or you can say, for example, Mahmoud is a tall boy. Or you can say Kabul is a nice city, nice, clever, small, etc. Okay. When the positive degree is used for comparison, it is placed between as, as. For example, Ahmad is as tall as his brother. When you want to use that with comparison, you want to compare two things in positive degree, but in comparative degree it is a little bit comparative degree of an adjective is a little bit different. Okay, comparative degree. The comparative degree of an adjective indicates the higher degree of quality than positive. It is used when we compare two person, place, or thing. For example, nice, nicer, clever, smaller, or you can say more, shorter, more, and famous, more famous. Ahmad is taller than Mahmoud, or Umid is more famous than Ali. Or you can say, for example, Kabul is nicer than Kandahar, or you can say Herat is nicer than Kabul, or you can say, for example, Jalalabad is hotter than Kabul, and lots of these things. Or you can say Logar is more beautiful than Kabul. We have three type of syllables. We'll consider about syllables. We'll learn it. Okay. Superlative degree. A superlative degree. In superlative degree, the superlative degree of an adjective denotes the highest degree of quality. It is used when more than two person or thing, or compared one person with a group of person, one thing with a group of thing. Okay. For example, tallest, shortest, the most famous. Ahmad is the shortest student. Or you can say Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. Or you can say the most famous vocalist of the city has a concert next week or next summer or next month. Or you can say Samim is the cleverest student in the class. Samim لایق‌ترین شاگرد در صنف. Or you can say, for example, the most famous vocalist of the city has a concert next month. مشهورترین استخوان شهر هفته آینده کنسرت داره یا ماه آینده کنسرت داره. Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. Paris مقبول ترین شهر در دنیا است. The article that is usually used before the superlative degree of adjective. حرف تعریف ده. It's mentionable that the article that is usually placed. For example, the most famous city in the world is Paris. Okay. The formation of comparative or superlative degree of as follow. Okay, there are students how we can form superlative and comparative degree. The usually way for the formation of comparative and superlative degree of an adjective is adding er, est, more, and the most with positive forms. Okay, the superlative degree. For example, one or two syllable adjective take er. Okay, one or two syllable adjectives. For example, short or sad or tall, like these things. Syllables take er in the comparative and est in the superlative form. For example, positive. Positive is short, sad, tall, and the comparative you can say short, shorter, sadder, taller. He is sadder than his brother because he has broken heart. Okay, I'm joking. Superlative. Shortest, saddest, tallest. He is the saddest man in our class. What was wrong with him? So we can give an advice to him. Tallest. He is the tallest man in our hospital. Adjective of two syllable ending in er, y, ow, le. Take er in the comparative and est in the superlative forms. For example, you can say lever, clever, lever, clever. Positive, clever میشه. Comparative, cleverer, cleverest, cleverer. I'm cleverer than you. I'm joking. You are all of you are cleverer than me. Happy, happier, happiest. The happier you will be, the more you don't care about people, the more happier you will be, or the happiest person you will be if you become successful. Noble, which I say noble, پاکیزگی دیگه. Nobler, noblest. He is noble. او بسیار نجیب زاده است، بسیار خوب است. او بهترین آدم است از او کده. He is nobler person than him, or you can say the noblest person. More than two syllable adjective always form their comparative and superlative by taking more and the most. In comparative you use more, and superlative you use the most before the adjective, before the positive form. For example, intelligent, famous, beautiful, interesting. It's a positive degree, but when you use it in comparative degree, you have to use more intelligent, or more famous, more beautiful, more interesting. And superlative, the most intelligent, the most famous, the most beautiful, or most interesting. Not most, plus a simple form of adjective without article, mean very much. یعنی هرگاه قبل از most بدون حرف تعریف نمایان، یعنی زیاد معنا میدهد. He is most intelligent، تو بسیار لایق است. You don't compare it with a group, you just compare it with himself. He is most intelligent، یعنی او بسیار لایق است دیگه. تو نگفتین که شما یک سوپرلاتیو یعنی با یک گروپی را مقایسه نکردین. He is the most intelligent، او لایق‌ترین شخص است. باز در قسمت شما با یک گروپ را مقایسه کردین. Note, some adjective compared irregularly. مثلا بعض adjective هستن که شکل بقاعده دارن. For example, positive good. In a comparative you use better, or in superlative you use best. Best. He is best. او بهترین است. یا میتونیم بگیم he is the best، او بهترین شخص است. یعنی که شما گفتینش که he is the best، یعنی از کسایی که میشناسین از او کرده بهترین است، بهترین. یا هم گفته میتونیم bad worse، شکل دومش worse میشه، worse هم بدترین میشه. یا هم دیگه داریم در قسمت match، more، most. یا هم uppermost. یا هم میتونیم بگیم little، less، یا least کمترین، یا less کمتر. یا هم little کم میشه. یا هم mac بیش میشه، more بیشتر میشه، یا most بیشترین میشه. یا هم old، یا کسی که پیر باشه بزرگتر باشه. باز وقتی که پیرتر بگیم یا elder میگیم یا older میگیم. از older که elder به خاطر یک بزرگترین خوبتر است. مثلا بگیم he is my elder brother، به خاطر older brother و older brother خوبتر است، به خاطر که elder brother پیرترین مانا میده و بیادر پیرکیم است. تو نگوین بگین older brother. یا oldest پیرترین، یا eldest، he is my eldest brother، و بزرگترین برادرم است. Okay, we will learn proverb in other lessons. Okay, further سرورهای فاصله استعمال شده، اما further مورد استفاده بیشتر و وسیع‌تر داره، به خاطر که older اگر گفتین مورد استفاده وسیع‌تر داره، اما elder محدودتر یا مورد استفاده قرار میگیره. و elder یعنی کمتر مورد استفاده قرار میگیره، older زیادتر استفاده میشه. خارجی زیادتر older استفاده میکنن. یا هم گفته میتونین همچنان elder نمیتونن با حرف اضافه than به کار برد، به خاطر که he is elder than نمیتونیم، اما میتونیم بگیم he is older than me. He is older than me. خب دوستان، صفاتی که غیر قابل مقایسه هستن یا هم correct, wrong و true، اینا صفات هستن که غیر قابل مقایسه هستن که براتون بگویم که مقایسه. مثلا wrong، true، he is the truest دیگه گفته نمیشه دیگه، شما این کارا نکنید. Okay dear students, thanks for paying attention. Have a nice time. We'll learn proverbs tomorrow, or maybe in other days, because tomorrow we have another schedule for learning. Have a nice time with your noble families. If you have any question, you can ask me in the group, and I'm responsive to your questions. We'll learn it. We will learn proverbs and other extra words. Okay? Because it's better to know what is sofa, table, chair, cupboard, and lots of these things. Okay, have a nice time. Take care, and Allah Hafiz. If you have any question, you can ask me. I'm responsive to your questions based on our schedule. Bye. Allah Hafiz.